Amen. You may be seated. Amen. We definitely give an honor to God who's the head of my life. Amen. I thank God for the beautiful woman that stands by my side. I describe her as my homie, my lover, my friend. Amen. I'm a real dirty South man. I'm born and raised here in Atlanta. And us Southern boys, we love our grits. Amen. Even when I served in Desert Storm, I'm over there in the desert telling the cook sergeant, look here, man, I need to get me some grits up in here. Amen, somebody. But I thank God because she's my cheese and my grits. Amen, somebody. Amen. And I just thank God for, amen, for my brother, amen, one who God put us together years ago. And ever since that day, amen, he's been there for me, I've been there for him. And that's Apostle Vally. I never told my wife or my church this when I was laid up in the hospital and the doctor came in and gave me bad stories, and I started to get depressed, and when he came in, I started talking about going home, my home going. He said, no sir, you better get up out that bed. He said, I still need your help in Shiloh. Amen, somebody. He said, look here, I ain't preaching your funeral no time soon. Amen. He spoke life into me. Amen. He saw me when my arm was like this and I couldn't really move it. Amen. But look at how good God is. Amen. I have to give my testimony. When they discharged me from the VA, amen, and they sent me to rehab, and there was a 30-day program when I got there. The lady that's in charge, she said, how long are you going to be with me? I said, well, they said 30 days. She said, no way, it usually takes a year. So you probably going to be with me for a year. I said, no, man, give me 2 weeks. That's right. In 2 weeks, I was at home. Hello, somebody. I got a nurse come by and check on me, and I was supposed to be taking occupational therapy and physical therapy, and amen, the therapist came by and she said, you don't need occupational therapy, you good. Yeah. And she said, the only reason why you need physical therapy because your balance is off a little bit. Yeah. Amen. But how many of you know God can speak one word? Hallelujah. Amen. And then my nephew came up in the hospital. Him and his son. Amen. I ain't have nothing to bless him with, so I blessed his son with a little bag of cookies. Amen. But he sat there, he talked to me, and I think they was getting ready to take me down for, I forget, a CAT scan or something like that. And that's the only reason why he had to leave. But I thank God he loved me enough to come and see about me. And that went a long way. Y'all give God a hand clap of praise for Pastor Murray. Amen. I thank God for all my newfound brothers and sisters in Christ. Amen, somebody. And I'll tell you about this pastor here. If you sit next to him in service, you can't help but to praise God, because he get to swinging and, amen, feeling it, and before you know it, you feeling it too. Amen. And I tell you, Apostle Austin loves it. When the devil thought he was going to take his wife out and God spared her life, I can imagine him in the hospital. Hallelujah. And I just thank God for Amen. And I think it was cleavers, looking for cleavage. Cleavers. I'm telling you, you're going to be his wife, but he ain't looking at you, he's looking at the cleavage. Amen, somebody. And I just thank God, the whole Shiloh, since I've been connected with Shiloh, it's been a blessing to me. Amen, somebody. Amen. And I thank God for my True Word family that showed up. And I don't know how y'all felt about it, but I think this was my first time hearing that praise and worship team tonight. They got it going on, don't they? Yes, they do. They do a good job. Oh, I know they did, but I saw Pastor Ryan just sit back there. Then I saw the drummer all up. I said, oh my God, they must be doing good on tonight. Amen. But we thank God. We thank God. Amen. We do understand. Amen. You know, I know God got something big planned for me because it's amazing, Pastor Ryan. I got my doctorate in June. A few months later, the devil hit me with a stroke. Hello, somebody. Trying to stop me from going where God is taking me. But I thank God for True Word. I thank God for Shiloh. I thank God for each and everybody that prayed for me. You may not have came to see me, but as long as you prayed and said, God, touch me. That was a help to me. And I just thank God because you standing here looking at a miracle. Amen. I didn't even know I was having a stroke. Amen. It started at 10 o'clock that morning. I didn't go to the hospital until after 10 o'clock that night. And the doctor said, you don't realize how close to death you was. I said, well, number one, I didn't know I was having a stroke. I said, number two, but I got a man that all he had to do was speak one word. And I just thank God. Listen. I'm doctor tonight. That means somebody told me since I became doctor, I didn't change the preaching, that I like to teach a lot, and I do now. You do that way. Amen. And so I want to take the time and do a little teaching. Amen. I'm not going to stand before you long. I'm smelling some food and my stomach about growling. Let me tell y'all something. He's maybe small, but you got to be an eater to hang with my brother. That man, he'll tell you in a minute, I don't waste food. Amen, somebody. And I wonder where it all goes. But, amen, to tell me I wouldn't believe it, but to see it, Bishop Bill. Amen. But listen, amen, we want to go to the book of St. Luke chapter 9, verse 28 through 36. And if you allow me to teach, I'm going to tie it all into, amen, what we're doing here. Amen. Luke chapter 9, verse 28 through 36.
All right. Amen.
And it reads on this wise, and it came to pass about 8 days after these sayings, he took Peter and John and James and went up into a mountain to pray. And as he prayed, the fashion of his countenance was altered, and his raiment was white and glistening. And behold, there talked with him 2 men, which was Moses and Elias, who appeared in glory and spake to his decrease, which he should accomplish at Jerusalem. But Peter and they that were with him were heavy with sleep. I'm sorry, y'all give me a minute. Were heavy with sleep. And when they were awake, they saw his glory. And the 2 men that stood with him, and it came to pass, as they departed from him, Peter said unto Jesus, Master, it is good for us to be here, and let us make thee tabernacles, one for thee, one for Moses, and one for Elias, not knowing what he had said. While he thus spake, there came a cloud and overshadowed them, and they feared as they entered into the cloud. And there came a voice out of the cloud saying, "This is my beloved Son. Hear him." And when the voice was past, Jesus was found alone, and they kept it close, and told no man in those days any of those things which they had seen. I want to teach from the topic, experience the mountain, but don't forget the valley. I'm going to say it to this side because I got some amens over here. Experience the mountain, but don't forget the valley. Many of us have had those times when we felt like we were on top of the world. Really happy, confident that we knew all answers, could solve any problems that came up. Or we felt that we were really close to God, really in tune to God's plan for us. In those moments, we were excited and alive. And everything seemed new, but then all of a sudden looked like all hell broke loose. And you got discouraged. And feeling, amen, and the feeling became a hindrance to you. In other words, we all been to a point, amen, where we felt like we was on top of the world.
Top of the world, yes. I did.
I believe in the movie, The Fighting Temptations. I heard them sing a song.
What they say?
I ain't good enough, but he still loves me. I ain't no superstar. Spotlight ain't shining on me. Hallelujah. But one of the verses said, amen, I went to bed on top of the world. But today, the world is on top of me. In other words, when I went to bed, all was well with me. But then something happened in between me praying before I went to bed. And then the question is, did you pray before you went to sleep? It's so amazing how, amen, and I got to say ouch because I've done it before. It's amazing how we can stay up late watching TV. But when you decide you're going to pray or read your Bible before you go to sleep, the words start running together. They get all blurry. And before you know it, you saying that my spirit is willing, but my flesh is weak. Hallelujah. And so we have times that we feel like we're on top of the world. Now, understand this now. The Bible said 8 days after these sins. In other words, Jesus had just told them that some of you, hallelujah, will not see death until you see my kingdom.
That's the book.
Now watch this. Some may have thought he was referring to when he come and set his kingdom up here on earth during the millennial reign. Boy, y'all looking at me, what that is? But that ain't what he was talking about. He was letting Peter, James, and John know that we're going to the mountain, and when you see me in the moment of transfiguration, you will get a glimpse of my kingdom, because you won't see me for who I am in the flesh. You will see me for who I really am.
Come on, sir. Teach apostle.
And so, the Bible said 8 days after that, that's when they saw Jesus on the mountain. And look at their flesh. Isn't it amazing how every time Jesus wanted them to do something, they would sleep? Amen. I need you to watch while I go down there and pray. They sleep. He took them on the mountaintop with him. They sleep. Hello, somebody.
And don't you know that those disciples represent us as men and women of God? Some of us, we can't stay woke for nothing. Hello, somebody. I'm not talking about a spiritual, a physical sleep, but a spiritual sleep. Because something has happened in your life that made you fall asleep. Hello, somebody. Now you at a point of not recognizing when the enemy is attacking. You at a point of not really believing God can do what He say He gonna do. You got to understand as men and women of God, your faith is on trial every day of your life. When you wake up in the morning, your faith is on trial. When you get out the shower, your faith is on trial. When you put on your clothes and walk out that door, your faith is on trial. When you get in that car and go to work, your faith is on trial. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And we must understand that trial is a part. Watch this. Everybody got a job, have a job description. Hello, somebody. But the problem, Bishop Bell, is some of us trying to do somebody else's job and it ain't our job. Hello, somebody. Amen. Apostle asked you to be the one responsible for driving the van, but now you want to drive the van, preach to the folk on the van, lay hand on the folk on the van, and that ain't even your calling. Hello, somebody. You got to learn how, as I tell them that true word, learn how to stay in your own lane. Hallelujah. And so, as they woke up, they saw Jesus in His splendor. Now understand that word kingdom in the Greek language is known as royal splendor. Hello, somebody. If you don't understand it, if you couldn't get with praise and worship, then you couldn't see Jesus in His royal splendor. When the Holy Ghost began to move in the house of God, you were seeing a royal splendor. When folks started to get healed in the house of God, you were seeing a royal splendor. You better wake up and recognize what's going on in front of you. You got the news to tell you what's going on in the world, but yet you don't understand what's going on in the church. You got the Facebook and media, social media to tell you what's going on in the world, but you don't even recognize what's going on in your own life. The moment of excitement might have come at some exciting event in your life. A graduation, a baptism, amen. The birth of a child, or if you like me, the day you took that woman's hand in marriage. That's the Lord. Hello, somebody. You know, coming up in the church, we used to sing a song, "Won't It Be Grand?" I knew I had some church folk in there. When I get through shouting down here, out in the sunshine, out in the rain, I'm going home to be with Jesus. Won't it be grand? But I want you to understand, as men and women of God, you got to learn to have some grand occasions while you are here on this side. I don't have to die and go to Jesus, but if I got some Jesus living on the inside of me, I got something that can keep me. I got something that'll hold me. I got something. When the enemy think he can have his way. Hello, somebody. See, understand this.
Take your time, huh?
The moment of excitement could have been anything. And when excitement happens, you know, I believe when the '96 Olympics came to Atlanta, Whitney Houston made a song, "Give Me One Moment in Time." And when that moment of excitement happened in your life, that's your moment in time, and sometimes you feel like, I want to stay here. You forget about your problems, you forget about what's going on in the world. That's not important. The only thing important at that time is what's that moment. Can you let your sanctified minds think of how they felt to see Jesus in his splendor and to see two legends of God standing before them talking to Jesus? Hello, somebody. And you got to understand that those two legends was Moses and the other one was Elijah. Why Moses and Elijah? Well, let me tell you why. Moses represented the law, Elijah represented the prophet, and Jesus fulfilled both of those in Matthew 5 and 17. When he said, think not that I come to tear down the law, think not I come to destroy the prophets, but I came to fulfill them. And he was showing Peter, James, and John that I am fulfilling the law and the prophet.
My God.
Sit down, y'all gonna make me excited. I ain't trying to preach, I'm trying to teach. And understand this. At that moment they wanted to stay there because the Bible lets you know that once they came down out the mountain, Jesus was met with a man whose son was a lunatic, and he told him, I took them to your disciples, but they didn't have the cure. In other words, the disciples wanted to stay on a mountaintop because they did not want to come back to reality. And you got to understand the valley is reality. But one thing I know you got to know that the mountain represents a high place, but the valley represents a low place. But one thing about the valley, it may be a low place, but I heard the songwriter says, there is a lily in the valley. He's the bright and the morning star. And as long as there's a lily in the valley, that means his light is shining. And I remember we sung a song, let your light shine. Why should I let my light shine? Because there may be somebody down in the valley trying to get home.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes, so when you're in the mountain, you want to freeze that moment. Because God, if I come down, I got to face the hell that's going on in my life. I got to face being in debt. I got to face bad finances. I got to face going to the doctor every month. I got to face this and face that. But one thing about it, when you're a child of God, you ain't facing it by yourself. And watch this, you got to understand that everything works together for my good.
Yes.
Watch this. Somebody may say, well, ain't nothing good about a stroke. No, it ain't. But the good part is I escaped this. Tell me there ain't a lily in the valley. Because that stroke represented a low place in my life. But while I was in that low place, and the enemy wanted to get me all upset and hello somebody. And then watch this. Sit down, watch this. The doctor really poured it on. Look what Howard.
That's what you do.
You can't get excited.
That's what you do.
You can't get worried. Because you done had one stroke, you're a candidate to have two. Hello, somebody. But one thing I know about God, he brought me through this one stroke so you all can see the glory of God that's in my life. He didn't allow me to have one stroke, to have two strokes, to have three. He just wanted to show you who he is in my life.
Thank you, God.
And so, what we got to understand is there is an anointing to help sharpen your iron. Hello, somebody. And you know what? let's get it on. Dad like that, boy. He just like, yeah, I remember them days. And so, we get so sad, we lose our earthly value. I'm apostle, but when I get home, I'm Joe. So now, when I get home, what kind of earthly value do I have to show that I'm Joe? Hello, somebody. You don't walk around here saved all day, every day. Hello, somebody. You got one thing I told true word. Clark Kent turned into Superman every now and then. And when he was Superman, he had to turn back into Clark Kent. Lois Lane didn't fall in love with Superman. She fell in love with Clark Kent. I'm just saying. And so, I never thought I'd live to see the day when so many pastors are committing suicide. Why? Because they are iron in the pulpit, but we don't understand once they come down out the pulpit, they need somebody to sharpen them. After they just gave a word and laid hands and God sent some deliverance, he needs somebody that he or she can go to that's going to sharpen them.
Yes, sir.
We didn't play that in the old church. If the people was unruly, them preachers would get up and say, loose here, Satan. Hello, somebody. We didn't have to sing the song, help me drive old Satan away. It was the word that came out of your mouth that drove Satan out of your church. Sometimes it's good to go back. I know we need a today word, but let me tell you something. The word loose him back then and work still today. And if more pastors will begin to use it, hello somebody, the people will not push them to a point of committing suicide. Lord, how can I preach to you? And I got a spirit of suicide on my soul. When I open my mouth to speak on this mic, I'm spreading that spirit throughout my church. And you wonder why the church ain't acting right. You wonder why folk ain't being delivered. You wonder why the devil's sitting on the front row, sitting in the pulpit, sitting in the choir stand. It's because we won't exercise the power that God gave us. If you are iron, you sharpen your people, but you're going to get sharpened yourself.
Yes.
And so,
Watch your tongue, sir.
when Jesus took those apostles, when he took those disciples to the mountain, all he was doing was sharpening iron. And when the disciples came down out the mountain, it was their job to go and sharpen some iron. But you got to understand, us preachers go through things just like you do.
Talk about it.
Hello, somebody. Oh, I know in front of y'all we act like we got it going on. that you ain't a part of. Honey, you come in this, I'm about to sit down. Take my tools too. I love that stuff. Watch this. Before I came to Shiloh, I didn't go to nobody on the outside of Shiloh looking in. I didn't go to nobody outside of Shiloh looking in, because what they would have told me may not have been the fact with Shiloh. But in order for me to know about Shiloh, I had to get connected with somebody that was in Shiloh to find out what it's all about. Why you bring that up, Dr. Howard? Because of the fact that people that stand on the outside can say what they want. But if you want to know what's going on, I believe the emotion said, don't ask my neighbor, come to me. Why y'all ain't gonna talk to me? You got to learn how to connect and find out for yourself.
Yes, sir.
Watch this. Shiloh is involved in kingdom building. Hello, somebody. And watch this. No matter what you do for God, you're going to have haters.
No matter what.
Hello, somebody. You're going to have haters. But let them hate. But why they hating on the outside. Hello, somebody. Because if they come on the inside, they can't bring that spirit with them, because it's too much power in Shiloh for the devil to walk up in here and have his way. When Apostle Bella came to that hospital and told me, "Where my tools? You done put them up." And told me, "Get up out that bed."
Come on now.
Hello, somebody. I was in the valley. But he let the light of God shine in his life. And he began to. Hello, somebody. And watch this. Your problems, your woe is needs, can become a hindrance in your walk with God. Hello, somebody. And while I'm going through, why would I run to a hypocrite or somebody in the world that can't tell me how to get a breakthrough? The best thing I can do is go to God, and then go to somebody I got confidence in that can help sharpen me and get me back. Hallelujah. A lot of situations, God have to hold us close. Because if he don't, all the devil got to do is touch us. And we'll turn our back on him. Hello, somebody. You know, I love to tell true word about how Satan went to God. And God recommended Job. Hello, somebody. But how many of you that stand as leaders, God can recommend you to Satan? Hello, somebody. Tell him you can touch his health, you can touch his wealth, but you can't have his soul. How many of you can God recommend?
Thank you, Jesus.
Hallelujah. Can God recommend me? Hello, somebody. And let me tell y'all something. Satan is stronger today than he was when my dad was preaching about it. Hello, somebody. So watch this. The power that my daddy them used back in the 60s and 70s and 80s ain't enough power to take care of them today. Hello, somebody. Because he comes back stronger today. today than he did yesteryear. But we got to have our mind made up. When Satan try to come back, I'll be ready for him. And the way I get ready, I got to stay before God. I got to connect myself. Come on, somebody. And watch this right there. Apostle said it this morning.
Yes, sir.
The fivefold ministry and the word associated is UNITY.
Remember that song?
I know you do. You smile like hard. But watch this. What that means is this. Let me borrow you for a minute, Apostle. Let me borrow you for a minute, Apostle. Yeah.
Demonstrate, sir.
Let me borrow you for a minute, Apostle. Let me borrow you for a minute, Apostle.
Come on now.
UNITY. You and I tie together. So when the enemy try to attack, don't let him find you as the weakest link. Don't let me pushing me. He hold me up. If he pushing you out to hold you up. And as long as we are tied together, we got that connection. Hello, somebody. I remember back in the 90s when computers first got big. There was no such thing as we had to dial up. And when you dial up, you'll hear a sound. And sometimes it'll be busy. But sometimes, Bishop Billy, you'll be online working good. And all of a sudden, it'll kick you offline and say you lost your connection. And that's the problem with the church. We have lost our connection. But all we got to do is learn how to reboot, reconnect, and stay connected. It's all right to go to the mountaintop, but don't forget the valley. Hello, somebody. And see, watch this. If we stay on the mountaintop, we can never get to the next dimension.
That's right. Come on, sir.
Why? Because we'll be stuck
That's right.
on the mountaintop. And that's why God didn't allow the disciples to stay up there. Because they had to go down to the valley because they had a work to do. So don't get stuck in the mountain. Learn how to come back down in the valley. Now somebody needs you to lay hands on. Somebody needs you to give them a word and season.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. So, if you disconnect, reconnect. Hallelujah. Sometimes, you know, that anything man-made is bound to give a problem. Hello, somebody. But Apostle, sometimes you got to hit the reset button. Hallelujah. You got problems that may have beset you. Now it's time to reset. And you can't reset by staying out of, you know, we some crazy folk. Those church folk are some crazy folk. We'll stay in church when stuff is good. But when stuff goes wrong, that's when we won't go to church.
You talking good. You talking good.
Where they do that at?
That's the time to say.
We don't want to go to True Word on Sunday. Hallelujah.
Yes, sir.
We don't want to go to A Power on Sunday. But Mount Mattress got a word for me. Mama Pill, make me feel so good.
Absolutely.
Then Pastor Comforter just wrapped their arms around me and shield me from the cold. But Mount Mattress don't deliver true word, I get mad at myself on Sunday morning. Because on Saturdays, I wake up at the regular time. I got to get up and go to work. But when Sunday morning comes, that alarm clock go off, I hit the snooze button, give me 5 more minutes. That go off, I hit the snooze button. I can get up on Saturdays, but when Sunday comes, and there's nothing but the enemy.
That's right.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
I need some more iron. I need sharpening. And the only way I can get that, watch this. Well, I stay at home and watch Real Parson on TV. That TV Jakes, that's my pastor. Okay, but you belong to APAL. Get sick and send TV Jakes a letter asking him to come see about you. And call the apostle and ask him to come see. See which one will come see about you. Hallelujah. And why, when a guest evangelist come to town, gotta come see about you. That pastor is obligated to sharpen your iron. Hallelujah. We got to work together. Yes. Hello, somebody. Watch this. Jesus. That's my brother. I love him. God used him to prophesy. God used me to prophesy. He may do it more fluently than I do, but we still got the same gifts. I honor him in his gifts, and he honors me in mine. Amen. There is no competition in God. Amen. We got to work together. That's right. I shouldn't have to call Pastor Murray up on the phone and ask him, how are you in so much competition with me?
My God.
Hallelujah. But we got to work together. Amen. You in Arizona, do a great work. Because when I come to Arizona, I want to see the great work. And I want to be a part of the great work. Same with you. Oh, Jacksonville right up the street. Hallelujah. I want to come and see those nice chairs that the pastor say you got. I want to see the wall you knocked down. You sure did knock it down. We got to work this work together. Amen. Because watch this. You don't see the demons working against each other. The first demon that show up may be overeating. Go. The second demon show up is now you're overweight. The third demon show up is now diabetes. See how all of them work together? Makes sense, sir. Amen. So if the devil got his demons working together, why can't we? Hallelujah. And so, as we continue to move forward, I look forward to the day Shiloh go to Jacksonville. Shiloh go to Arizona. Amen. I've been to Phoenix, Arizona. It was for about 3-4 days. I didn't get enough of it, so I need to go back. And then you told them about a church in Las Vegas. My wife will tell you that's my dream trip. So go on and start that church in Las Vegas. carry Shiloh by himself.
Amen.
Pastor Murray shouldn't be the only one helping him. Every one of us should find out what we need to do, and like Nike say, just do it. You love the Lord tonight.